And good morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to this week's edition of the Amplivo Weekly Call. Today, your host will be myself, Roger Payne, and my good friend, Renee, confidently known as Renee Renato. So, Renee, good morning as well to you. And first up here, what I'm going to do is play a little video called "This is What We Do." This is just such a fantastic video, and you should share it with everybody. Here we go.
Our world is no longer in good health. It is suffering. Ever-increasing levels of air, water, and plastic pollution are creating a menacing chokehold around our quality of life. We are drowning in a sea of waste. Many of us think that there is little we can do to change it. Is that so? As a company, Corsair's mission is to build and develop effective solutions to these threats. Corsair helps the environment by removing plastic waste and then recycling it, by reducing the number of poisonous particles in the air that you breathe daily, and by cleaning our rivers and oceans from toxic pollution. In addition, Corsair aims to reverse climate change and reduce global poverty, helping those in need. Funded by both private investors and a network of environmentally conscious entrepreneurs called Amplivo, Corsair is here to help save our world. We are asking you to join us and clean our planet from the pollution that is killing it. We are asking you to join the fight so that together we can leave a safer and healthier world to our children and future generations. When we work together, we can make a difference. By being part of the Amplivo network and helping others, you also can earn an income, create wealth, and move towards financial freedom. Interested to know more? We thought so. Let us connect. Corsair, for a cleaner future.
That is such a fantastic video. That if you don't have a copy of that video, I know I repeat myself an awful lot, please get a copy of that video and share it with as many people as you can. It's on the Amplivo International YouTube channel, which is clearly for everyone there to see, or you can reach out to anybody, the person who introduced you or the person who introduced them. They will be able to get you this link and share it with as many people as possible. Now, the next part of the presentation is the nuts and bolts of what we're talking about today. So good morning, Renee, welcome, and the floor is open to you, sir.
Good morning, Roger. Thank you very much for your introduction as well. And let's get started. Really awesome stuff today to share with you. So I want to share my screen as well. Yes, there you go. You can see my screen, Roger?
Yes, I can perfectly.
Perfect. Perfect. The topic of today will be your journey to success and amplify your voice. And imagine yourself, you're going on a trip and you don't know the destination. Can you imagine you go to your car and you think, all right, I want to drive, but you have no clue what kind of direction. Or maybe you want to on a holiday and you have no clue on what destination you want to go. So any idea where you end up? Probably not. And you end up maybe on a place you don't want to go. And this is very interesting. So let's assume you want to be successful and achieve your goals in Amplivo. And this picture, I like this picture as well, because this is what we do. I won't do it, I can do it, I want to do it, how to do it, I try to do it, I can do it, I will do it, yes, I did it. And this is also the journey of your success as well, is all the way when you make your next steps, you see that you get more confidence into what you are doing, etc., etc. But what can you do? Let's say, And this is a little story, and I like this story as well. So let's say you are in a plane and you fly with Amplivo Airlines, for example. And you have chosen your plane and your destination. You have bought your tickets and you are sitting at the very front of the plane. Very lucky, because now you have stretched your legs. Great, everything is arranged. So let's go. After 50 minutes, you get a little bit nervous, because where are the other passengers? And after an hour, you ask yourself, am I on the right plane? Is this the Amplivo plane goes to my goal? And after 2 hours, you ask the flight attendant where everyone is. She said, there is no one yet. And we can't leave until the plane is full. All right. So you still don't get it. And you even get a little bit angry about it. I paid for my ticket anyway. And why is nobody here yet? And the flight attendant, because you are the solution of this problem. I am the solution of this problem? What do you mean? I am the solution of this problem. Now my confusion is all over. I bought a ticket, read, I bought my business license for Amplivo, and the plane, read, your success has still not departed. You go back to the flight attendant and ask again why no one is there. Confusion and my panic sets in. And how else I am supposed to get to my destination if the plane only leaves when the plane is completely full? All right. The flight attendant answer, and the answer was clear and simple. You are the solution. I am the solution? What do you mean? I am the solution? I have bought a ticket, my business license, and just want to go to my destination. Read, my success in Amplivo, so let's go. But nothing happens. Let's think for a moment. So the solution does not lie with the company, but the solution lies with myself. What can I do? Then I started calling 3 good friends if they also want to become an Amplivo influencer. But if they want so, they must buy a ticket, read, and purchase a package for the plastic neutral, of course, and an Amplivo business license, so they can also earn commissions and bonuses and CSR too. Because that's the destination. That's why I bought my business license, and I want to have success and build up my team structure as well. Wow. Okay. Now there are 4 of us in the plane. So let's go. I say, let's go. But nothing happens. All right. So there was no departure. And your friends are now going to ask the same questions. Why don't we leave, Renee? I bought a ticket, didn't it? So what's the problem? Where is everybody? Read the spillover. All right. So now you can tell the solution to your friends. And they also went looking for 3 people each. And they also started calling their friends. Read, they starting the duplication. You become enthusiastic and your friends become enthusiastic too. Now you have 12 friends. We're going to call their friends. And every new friend who got in the plane could already enjoy a party in the plane, and because the group getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's all a party in the plane or yet. In no time, the entire craft was full and we could leave. And we arrived at the destination. Everybody was happy. And the people who got on the plane first had to wait the longest. But they are the first to enjoy all the benefits. Read, got the CSR at the best price you can ever imagine. So the point behind this story is that you are the success to your own success. So the key to your success, And by using the power of your own duplication, you can get your destination sooner and sooner and sooner. So my advice is enjoy this beautiful journey that Amplivo offers us to help to clean up our planet from the plastic waste pollution and convert it into advanced biofuel, while also being financially rewarded for doing that. So your journey to success starts now, and invite just 3 people to build your team structure in that way. So the right steps, looking for the right people, and you can do that offline or online. You can build a relationship, so that gives the trust. You can do that offline and you can do that online. And also very important, and this is one of my keys personally, listen good what they need. And it's a secret key, because when you listen very grateful what your people need, then you can tell them what you do and make your story in line what they need. And this number 3 and number 4, so write it down, because this is very important. Listen good what they need and tell them what you do and make your story in line what they need. Show the short video, how to become plastic neutral, get them to the online presentations, or of course the offline presentations, and the 3-way calls. And I will explain that also in this presentation in a minute. Help your people to start up, buy and package, your business license, MetaMask, etc. Connect them to the Telegram channels and help your people to do exactly the same and duplicate the 10-step system. So take action, try hard, keep practice, explore a different way, ask someone for advice, do your best, learn how others did it, build up your strengths, review and fix your mistakes, and never, ever, ever give up. Roger.
Very, very, very good. It's an old favorite of ours. Well, the speaker is Brian Tracy, and he does such a great job of there. But let me just play this little video for you, and then we can all. Oops.
Did you ever stop and ask yourself, why is it that some people are more successful than others? Why is it that some people make more money, live longer, have better relationships? When I was 15, I set out on a lifelong journey to find the answer to that question. Why are some people more successful than others? I learned later that almost every great venture begins with an act of faith, like driving into the dark, into the unknown. In a way, nature protects us by shielding us from knowledge of the difficulties and obstacles that lie ahead. Because if we really knew all the problems we would face, the setbacks, the suffering, the temporary failure, and the disappointments, many of us would hesitate about ever even starting out at all. And in many ways, a trip or a journey is a metaphor for life. My first big trip was that, and much, much more. It had such an enormous impact on me that I've never really gotten over it. My whole life has been different as a result. I learned then, and for the rest of your life, whenever you try to do something out of the ordinary, people will line up to tell you that you can't do it, why you can't do it, that you'll lose your time, you'll lose your money. Even people who should know better will try to discourage you. To achieve anything greater worthwhile, you must train yourself to rise above these people, ignoring them and pressing on towards your goal regardless. And we were in the Sahara, the largest desert on earth. Dead ahead was the Tenerife, the emptiest single stretch of the Sahara, 500 miles of nothing, not a fly, not a blade of grass, as flat as a tabletop, 500 miles. The enormity of what we had embarked on finally began to sink in. We had to get across the 500 miles in 2 days, or we'd be out of water. It was further than we thought, but we made it just before the heat forced us to stop. We were all aware of how close we had come to actually dying in the desert. We had done it. We were over the Sahara. I'll wrap up this story here by telling you what I learned about life and success in the Sahara crossing. Here are 7 rules you can apply to any challenge that you face in achieving anything you desire. Rule number 1, the most important key to achieving great success is to decide upon your goal and then launch. Get started, take action, do something, move. Number 2, once you've launched towards your goal, never consider the possibility of failure. The Germans have a saying, it's immer vorne, nie zurück, and it means always forward, never backward. Always forward, never backward. Never consider the possibility of failure. Number 3, the only time you will ever have is now. If you live every day, every hour, the best you can, the rest will take care of itself. Number 4, watch out for the naysayers. Get around positive people. Get around winners like people in this room. Fly with the eagles and refuse to listen to objections and reasons why you can't succeed. Number 5, welcome obstacles and difficulties as valuable and inevitable steps on the ladder of success. Remember that difficulties come not to obstruct, but to instruct. Number 6, be clear about your goal, but be flexible about the process of achieving it. Be willing to change, to try something new. Keep your mind open and fluid and flexible. Be willing to accept feedback from your environment and correct your course. This is a key quality of peak performers. They're not rigid, they're flexible. Remember, it's not what you have, but what you do with what you have that separates winners from losers. And remember, number 7, the last rule is, nobody does it alone. At every step on our journey across Africa, people helped us with advice and with food and with assistance and with money, but especially with warmth and with kindness and with generosity. When life is over, it will be the people that we lived and laughed and loved with that we remember more than anything else. So don't be afraid to ask for help from others. It's a mark of strength and courage and character. And don't be reluctant to give of yourself to others generously. It's the mark of caring and compassion and personal greatness. The reason the Sahara story was so relevant for me was that because after the Sahara, I never felt that there was anything I couldn't do. I felt programmed for success for life, although it took me many years to understand it. And the reason why this story may be of interest to you is because I believe that everyone has a Sahara to cross, perhaps more than one. Many of you are crossing your own Saharas right now. Everyone eventually goes through periods of great difficulty, their own private hells, their dark nights of the soul. But it is by facing whatever life gives us with courage and determination that we grow more surely toward the stars. If you will resolve, with whatever life hands you, to carry on, there is nothing that can stop you from achieving the greatness for which you were created. Thank you. Here.
I hope you enjoyed that, but just always remember, never, ever, ever look back. And the reason you don't look back is because you're not going that way. So always look forward to the next venture, and always look forward to your next success. Rene, I hand back to you.
Thank you. Awesome video, Roger. I like that one. And I like also the different topics on that. And maybe we can use that for the next time as well, that we can more in detail in each topic. I like that.
We can bust that down. It's not a problem whatsoever. That would be,
yeah, very good video. Very good. Yeah. So how can you duplicate in real life? And this is one of the things I think that everybody wants to discover by themselves, but it's quite easy. And I will show you one way. There are different ways, but I want to show you one way today, how you can duplicate in real life. And the basic thing from duplication is the simplest way how you can tell the story. So if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. And that's a very good topic, what is written by Albert Einstein. And when we relate it to our business, and this is very simple as well, is what we are doing, we have a solution for the plastic waste pollution. And that's it. If I told to my children that I can convert plastic waste into advanced bio-oil because the plastic is made from that oil, and in that way we can solve the plastic waste problem on the world, my children are agree, all right, Papa, that's good, let's do it. And in that way as well is one of my children have made the own PowerPoint presentation. She's 12 years old and she have done a PowerPoint presentation on school with the topic as plastic waste. That's very awesome as well. So if you can explain it to your children and they understand exactly what you are doing, that's more easier to tell other people what you are doing. And that's the basic thing of duplication, I think. So let's say we have the offline, and you can drink something with your friends, take a beer, maybe have some chit chat, or go to a restaurant, or hang out with your friends, or invite your friends by your home, and you can explain what you are doing. That's the most easiest way what you can do in the offline world. And I think that everybody knows somebody, and you invite somebody, and you met somebody. So that's always an opportunity to tell the people what you are doing. And in the meantime, people know more and more and more what you are doing as well. And when there is a question about the plastic waste pollution, they come to you because they understand that you have the solution for the plastic waste as well. So spread the word offline as much as what you can to the people. And online duplication is just much easier and quicker in that way as well. So it's easier because you don't need to be a good speaker or a talker, and quicker because you can reach way more people. And what I see is that a lot of people has fear to talk to the people in the offline world. In the offline world, they have fear to tell the people what they are doing, how they are doing, etc., etc. So if you combine that, and we have such a very good combination of with Fred in the Netherlands. Thank you, Fred, for that. And we have combined the offline and the online world together. And I think that's the beautiful and the most powerful combination what you can imagine. So if we look on the online side, it's easy to meet somebody and just tell the people, I agree that we have a plastic waste problem. And I think that everybody's agree with that. And how easy is it for you that you can show the people, and through a 3-minute video, what it's all about? It's easy because you don't need to be a good speaker or a talker. You can just show the other people's 3-minute video, and the video will explain everything. And it's also quicker because you reach way more people than you invite the people one-on-one. So online duplication is simple to duplicate, and you can offline and online, and the combination of that. So why is this simple to duplicate? Because you don't need to worry about the presenting part or training your team to present. And that's very interesting. And if you understand the power of this tool alone, is that you can just show the people just a 2.5-minute video on your mobile phone, or you reach it on the online. It's very simple as well. So another good benefit is you can explain the new area regardless on where you live. So it's not depending on the Netherlands alone. You can also search for people, for example, in Thailand or Ireland or England or Germany or France. You have now the possibilities, when you go online, you have now the possibilities to go around the world. And this is very unique because when you, for example, go on a holiday for Spain and you met somebody, you have a very good conversation, you now can also meet new friends when you're at home and share your information online. So that's a very good combination as well. So combine these 2 ways and you have the perfect model. What I think that's the 100% success factor. So this is very unique, and I see that a lot of people not using this system very often. So I think that this would be also a very, very interesting topic for you as well. And we call it the third party calling and edification. So what will I mean by that? So you are involved in the business of Amplivo and you have a very good upline and you have your trust. You see that that person is already successful, have a lot of knowledgeable, they help you, we have fun. You can see that guy or girl as the expert. So on the other way, you have no experience at all in the beginning. Let's say that you started right away or that just started your business tomorrow. So that means that you have no knowledge not yet from the company. It's difficult for you to understand all the material, etc. But your upline who has subscribed you has a lot of expert in that way. So what you can do, and that's very simple, you have connections with your friends. and they already trust you. And that's very interesting, because trust is one of the basic things when people want to listen to somebody. And if your prospects trust you enough, and you tell the people about the plastic waste and that you have a solution, and that you can bring your prospects to the experts who can tell the whole story. That means that you don't have to need all the knowledge, etc., etc. The only thing you have already needed and what you have already done in the past is building your trust and building your friendship with your new prospects. That's one of your main topics, main goals, when you are just starting your business in Amplivo. So what you can do now is just set up what we call a three-way call. And you can do that on Zoom. And that's why I like the online world, because we have now the Zoom call. And 3 years ago, when we say to the people, yeah, let's do a Zoom what? A lot of people don't know what Zoom is. And now when I told the people, shall we do a Zoom? Yeah, your link or my link. So that's the difference in between now and 3 years ago. And what you can do now is you can set up a three-way call with your upline, with your experts, and you introduce your prospect to the experts. This is blah, 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 and this is my expert, blah, 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 blah. And then you say nothing anymore. So the only thing you have now to do is listen what the expert wants to tell to your prospect. And when the prospects are convinced in what they heard from the experts, first of all, you can learn from the experts so that you can become an expert all the way. And you can help your prospects when the Zoom call is finished. You can now also help your prospect to do the next steps, to subscribe in the Amplivo business, to help to set up the MetaMask wallet, to purchase a package, etc., etc. So this is how you can work and how you can set up. And I see, unfortunately, that a lot of people don't use this system because, and I think that Roger is totally agree, that this is one of the powerful methods what you can use to bring your journey to success in Amplivo. Roger, do you have some surprises for us, like in line with the three-way calls as well?
Not exactly within three-way calls, but the surprise what I wanted to tell you is it goes back to, you notice some words that were in the three-way part there. And it's all about know, like, and trust. And you get the know, like, and trust. Now, if somebody likes you, they will listen to you. But when they trust you, they will do business. But what I was doing is what I've put together here is something more down the line. And I think maybe something in the future that we could possibly do, Renee, is an example for three-way calling and, you know, and how the best people can use this. Because I'm going to play a little video on duplication. It's the best I can find in duplication, and it's absolutely superb. We have some of you will have seen it before, but this guy is a master. But what I wanted to do is going back to three-way calling. It's the whole point. It's the edification. It's getting that person. It's the trust and getting it in there. Now, the thing is, you might know someone and they might be an owner of a business. They could be anything. And if you just come on and go, oh, I just got into this and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they'll love your enthusiasm, but you won't be able to answer the nuts and bolts and the facts that they want to. So then you go up and you'll babble, probably, for want of a better word, a load of rubbish, and then you've burnt your prospect. So the best way is to use your upline or their upline or someone you can reach out to, and then they will help you. That's just the same way as we say with Corsair as well. When you're selling to big, large corporates, yeah, ask for help. Ask for help from somebody who can talk with them and talk in their language and give them the correct facts about it. And that's where companies will just lap it all up. They love it. It's a no-brainer. And everything we do, you just got to remember, everything we're doing in here is there. You're doing everyone a favor. You're not trying to convince them. You're only telling them what you're doing, but you're doing them a big, huge favor. And the reason that is because if you're talking to a company, it's an immediate brand uplift. And if you can say to someone, do you want to be plastic neutral? Hell yeah, I like that idea. Why not? I really, really, really like that idea. How do I get involved? Again, you can turn it back, and someone might turn around and say, well, I want to be plastic neutral. And there's a feel-good factor to there as well. But then they tell their friends, they tell their company. And the company, the boss at the company might say, well, Renee, tell me more about that. Again, you engage someone, and that three-way call, and it's the know, like, and trust. Okay, let's just play this little duplication video. I'm getting my words waddled up here, but never mind, we will go forward. So just let me share. This is the old master.
So this is the world that we like to live in, this idea of duplication. It's so exciting, the possibilities. You know, we've got, if we can just bring in a few, who all bring in a few, who all bring in a few, who all bring in a few, we're going to get rich. This is amazing. I got to tell you, when I first started off in my career, it didn't work out for me the same way I heard about it in different studies. You know, here's what happened to me. Tell me if you've seen this training. Ready? Here's you. You've seen this one? Really? I thought I was the only one. And all you need to do, that's all you need to do, is bring in 5 people. Easy peasy. No problem. Bring in 5 people. Right? And what I found out is, if you make a decision, you can actually do that. Those of you who are watching at home, those of you who are watching here in the room, how many of you have done that? You've introduced 5 people in your business so far, or more. Okay, here's what I know about you. Most of you, at some point, just said, that's enough, I've had it, I'm going and getting 5. Right? It was just a decision. Say, I'm doing it. I'm sick of this. I'm going to make it happen. Either you got off to a quick start, or you wandered around for a while and said, enough with this, I'm going to go get 5. I'm not going home until I get 5. I'm not going to sleep on a mattress until I get 5. I'm not watching TV until I get 5. I'm getting 5. And it's really just a decision. Go to people, you know, check this out. Here's what I got. You in or you out? Out, fine. Check this out. You see what I got? You in or you out? Fine. Right? Go to your best friend, you're getting in. Mom, you're signing up. What am I signing up for? Doesn't matter, I'll tell you later. Right? You make this decision, you go get these 5. And for me, it wasn't an easy process. I brought in some people right away, but they did nothing. They just laid there. You ever see like those old vaudeville acts where they take a stick and they put a plate on the stick and they spin the plate on the stick? Have you ever seen that? That was what it was like. What's your name? Jennifer. I take Jennifer. I say, Jennifer, you want to do this with me? She said, yeah, that'll be amazing. Oh, fantastic. This is going to be unbelievable. I got to get my 5 because I saw my training. So I got the stick, put Jennifer on the stick, spin Jennifer. Go, Jennifer, go. Right? Jennifer's spinning. This is awesome. Now I have a downline. Have you seen Jennifer? You're so cute. She's going to take over the world. She's the best. Yes, you are. Showing pictures of my down. Have I shown you my downline? You got a little family. right? Feel like a proud parent. Ooh. And you spin it, and you spin it, Jennifer. Like, okay, she's spinning. Spin her again. You should be using the product. Come to the meeting. Are you listening to the conference call? You gonna come to the event? Are you ever gonna spin yourself, ever? They keep telling me about this freedom thing in network marketing, and all I'm doing is spinning you. So you finally just say, you know, I gotta have more than just Jennifer. I'm bored with Jennifer. So what's your name, sir? Billy. Billy? So I go get Billy. Billy, oh, finally a guy. I just had this girl in my group. I need to have some testosterone around here. Maybe that'll help. I get Billy up on the stick. Billy's going. I got Jennifer, Billy. Jennifer, Billy. Jennifer, Billy. Call him up in the morning. How's it going? Text him. How's it going? Spinning back and forth, right? And then I get the third one. Then I get the fourth one. I get the fifth one. I just did it because I decided I had to. You ever get one that spins hardly at all? You put them on a stick, you spin them, and they go, You know what I mean? It's like, come on, did I miss? Nope. They're like, I'm trying.
That is such an awesome thing by Eric Worre. Absolutely superb. And I'm sure everyone has seen this. But the beauty is, you know, like duplication. And that's where we have created. Renee has put a tremendous amount of work into a duplication system. It works like a funnel for you. Absolutely superb. Follow it and you will be successful. But it just goes around, you know, you can go round and round in circles, recreate the wheel if you wish to, but I can guarantee you, you try and recreate the wheel, all you're going to be doing is treading water. The way moving forward is to use the system to move forward. Okay, Renee, I know you've got a little bit more to add in.
No, that was my presentation.
That was the finale, was it? Well, if you've got anything else to add in there, I've got a few bits to say, but I've got one more awesome video for everyone as well.
Yeah, but I have a question for you, Roger, and I think that's also very good for the people to understand and to know is, what is your personal experience when, for example, you have for a day 10 three-way goals, 10. What is your experience on score? How many people will be say yes?
Well, depending, if I'm giving the presentation, say for instance, to a company. Now, when I talk to companies, when I get the chance to talk with companies, etc., I usually get about 2/3 of the way through the presentation and people can see it immediately. They can see immediately that they're it's grasped, they've grasped the concept and they say they're in, especially when you can actually say to them, you know, they might turn around and say, well, yeah, well, how much is this going to cost? Yeah. And when you break it down for them, it's actually not that as expensive as they most think. Now, talking to individuals, some people get it immediately. Some people, it depends how well you know the person as well. Again, it comes back to know, like, and trust. Some people may take 3, 4 exposures, you know, and then those type of people, you just keep drip feeding. You know, some people, you know, LinkedIn's a powerful tool. LinkedIn is an absolute powerful tool. Now you can get people's interest, but just as soon as you get their interest, don't shove it all down their neck because there's not even any like there. All I've done is maybe sort of said, we like your post. Don't shove it down their neck immediately, just in there, drip feed. It's drip, 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 drip feed. But then again, what you don't want is like Eric Worre's saying there, and he's spinning the plates. He's found one, he only needs to find 5. You might need to find 10, 15, 20. You may need to find 100 to get your 5, depending who you're talking to. which you must do. Me personally, when I'm talking on calls, we get interest immediately. Now, whether they successfully all come across the line, yes, people like it, they love it, but then some people say, oh, I'm too busy to be doing that. And that's why we have to come back to this system. You try and recreate something, people sometimes try to recreate and they think they're making it simple. And what they're actually doing is overcomplicating it. And the first thing somebody says, especially in network marketing, you know, you're looking for somebody that might be next door, down the road, they already have a job, they're busy, they've got children, they've got to do this, they've got to do that. They might only have 5 hours a week, if you're lucky. But because people now more and more and more are working from home, they have less traveling time. So maybe they have some more time for the kids, but maybe they have an extra hour a day that they could be doing this. So you've got to weigh up the situation. You know, you can turn and say, oh yeah, go full time, it'll be fine. But people, you've got to drip it into them. Otherwise it's going to be, it can be a real issue, you know.
And I think that's also very important, that what you also said is that when you use the system and you use that system over and over again, the same system, you will be good in the use of that system as well. And you can also use the presentation as your third party. And when you use the presentation as your third party, or you use the system over and over again, exactly the same, what my experience is that you can become also be successful in that way when you use a system. And that's what we created now, is what you mentioned before, that we have now created a duplication system. Maybe you can also do a topic on that in the next thing, that people are aware how to use the duplication system and how to use the system. And I think when people are aware of a system and how they can use the system, then can be successful as well.
I say to everyone now, use the tools that are available to you. Like the videos, they're awesome. They're great. What Renee's created, it's awesome. The tools are all there. They're there for you to use. Now, once you get your head around them and understand it and duplicate, it will work over and over and over and over again. And then people will start doing, that's the whole point. Because when people create something new, or they think they're changing it because they think it's better, usually it's not duplicatable. That's the problem. The whole thing about this is about duplication. Again, unless you're talking from the corporate side where you're talking to corporate companies. But just remember, always, when you're talking to a company and they buy, they come in and they decide they're going to be plastic neutral, going backwards and forwards. But we can do a training again on that at some stage. Exactly how you should present, how you should present from that PDF, how you should present from the little video, and tell the people how you can say to them, well, going forward, you're plastic neutral. What about all the plastic? You know, we know for an individual that 5,000 kilos, you buy 50,000 CSRs, you're plastic neutral for life. A company is a different scenario. So going forward, they want to be plastic neutral, but what about the past? So you can say to people, okay, why not double? Okay. And companies will go, yeah, I'll do that. I like the sound of that. And they move forward. It's awesome for them and such a huge brand uplift.
Yeah.
Was there any other questions there, Renee?
No, that's perfect. I'm wondering on the next video as well.
Well, the next video I found, and it took a lot of digging and finding here, and I like it because it's very direct. Excuse some of the directness, people. I'll explain that to begin with. It is quite direct, but there's nothing that we haven't said, or each and every one of us have probably said in the past. So I'm going to play this little video. I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. So just bear with me. For some reason, I've lost you all. Here we go.
Success, guys, is a very, very lonely road, man. Very few people are willing to endure the pain, the sacrifice, the due diligence to be successful.
So true.
It's an uphill battle. And along that road, you're not gonna see too many friends. You're gonna see your shadow most often. You gotta trust in the heart of hearts. Inside what you're doing, what you believe in is a worthy cause, a winnable fight. See, the thing is, for many people, they've tried the same path you're on, and they failed. As you walk this journey, you're gonna see carcasses all over the place of people that didn't quite have it. That should inspire you because you got further than that person and that person. But you're not looking to get further than them, you're looking to finish. How do you know you're on the right path? Where do you go to ensure that? Do you talk to your neighbor? No, you don't talk to him. I'll tell you about the neighbor, guys. That neighbor's gonna come in, man, and if you're a little chubby, a little overweight, you'd be like, hey man, I'm thinking about doing a routine, man, or getting a training program where I lose some weight. He's gonna encourage you at first. He's like, yeah, you should. Basically insulting your ass, and you're fat, and you need to lose some weight. It's never support, it's negative shit. Oh, you should lose some weight. So then you take his advice and you start training, you start doing something, you start to get in shape a little bit, maybe at his level. Then all of a sudden he's gonna start asking questions, his tone's gonna shift, especially as you get in better shape than him. Then he's gonna start talking shit. Because what happens now, guys, is that your success is like a spotlight shining down on their missed opportunities. Success, many will love you for it. The majority will hate you. Because your success makes them feel insufficient in their current endeavor. Reminds them of where they could have done it, but they came up short, and how they didn't revisit it. Where they went at it and failed, and failure is what stood. They never revisited it again. The difference between a winner and a loser, the failure's there every single time. It's just the winner gets back up and does it again, until it goes his way. So now you're down that path and you're all alone. How do you know you're on the right path? How do you know what you're doing is in the right direction? If you're wondering if you're on the right path, look at the small things of life. How do you do that? When you wash your car, you spend an hour washing your car. You finish washing, you put the hoses and everything away and the brushes. You come outside to look at the job you did, but you notice the spot's missing. What do? Do you re-grab the hoses, pull it all out, and finish the job right, or do you say, you know, it's good enough? And it's good enough. Because the thing about good enough is we don't know if it's enough. Until the end hour, the final hour, and everything's on the line. That's when we find out if it is enough. And if we come up short, man, doesn't that suck? I promise you guys, if today you never say good enough, tomorrow you'll always have enough. What I'm saying is a character of who you are. It's not the title that makes you, it's not the success that makes you. The character defines the success, defines the fame, and it starts right there. Championships aren't won in the theater of the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, in the labs, in the 5 a.m. runs, and it's raining, when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won. The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant. It's how you look at something. If your name's attached to it, then you do it right, the best of your ability every single time. If you're dusting your countertops, do you dust around the picture frame, or do you pick the up and dust the entire thing? Do the job right or don't do it at all. That's the same person who has his hand raised on the podium one day. Same motherfuckers. How you hold yourself in the small things of life. Build the character winning blocks of the things that we're remembered for. It begins right now with no one looking, man. And how you hold yourself, how you see yourself. What do you do when no one's watching? If you do it then, I guarantee you, you'll be doing it when everyone's watching.
Go hard or go home. That's the line. That's what I take out of that. Sorry, it was a bit explicit, but it's actually an absolute awesome video that. I just wanted to say to everyone here, use the tools, go hard, and you will be successful. Thank you very much. Renee, anything to say?
No, that was brilliant, and brilliant videos. I like that. So thank you very much for that topic as well, Roger. And looking forward to the next week. It's a really surprise what we are doing on that topic next week as well. It will be a challenge, but we will see. And I will thank everybody who was on this call as well. And looking forward to see you also in the next presentation, Roger, Tuesday and Thursday. And yeah, let's figure out what we can do next week on the Amplivo weekly call. So thank you very much, everybody, to be on this call.
Could have an exciting twist next Sunday.
I think
wait
so.
and see. It could be another mystery tour. Hey, who knows?
Yeah. Hey? Who knows?
Yeah, you never know what we can pull out. You know, some people say they can pull a rabbit out of a hat. We can pull all sorts of things out of a hat when we try hard. Thank you, everyone, for being on the call today.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. We've had fun. We really enjoyed it. I hope you really got some useful knowledge out of it today. And as I said, just remember, use the tools, go hard, or I'm sorry to say, go home. Take care. Have a great one. Cheers.